Life Empowerment Network, hour of the assignment as the clock strikes the designated hour of the assignment. A sense of anticipation fills the air. This hour is not just any hour, it is a time dedicated to growth, learning, and personal development. It is a moment where individuals come together to challenge themselves, push their boundaries, and strive for excellence. In this hour, we embrace the opportunity to expand our knowledge, sharpen our skills, and unlock our full potential. It is a sacred time when we set aside distractions and focus wholeheartedly on the task at hand. Each minute is precious, each moment is valuable, and each challenge is an opportunity for growth.
As we embark on this hour of the assignment, let us approach it with determination, enthusiasm, and a willingness to learn. Let us support one another, inspire each other, and celebrate our progress together. For within this hour lies the power to transform, to elevate, and to empower ourselves to reach new heights. So, as we step into the hour of the assignment, let us do so with a sense of purpose, a spirit of perseverance, and a commitment to excellence. Together, we can conquer any challenge, achieve any goal, and create a brighter, more empowered future for ourselves and those around us. Welcome.
Oh, thank you again. Welcome to Hour of the Assignment. And I'm so chilled. I'm so delighted, over delighted again to be here tonight. And, as usual, probably somebody will ask a question with the other guys or probably where the guests. Well, it's good to understand your calling. It's good to understand your assignment, and it's good to also understand to do persistently what God has called you to do, despite that probably maybe you might not have guests coming up as your plan may be. Now, I want to again welcome you to the hour of the assignment. I love this hour because it built me up, it built people. They're there to encourage you, they're there to collaborate and you have joy with somebody who is being lifted because of what they are doing. And this is about a kind of a collaboration and praying for each other and believing God, declaring upon the life of that person who might be going through their own time while they are trying to fix the thing that God made them or created them to do. So the hour of the assignment is very great. It's a time we embrace each other, celebrate with each other, talk about the things we do, great people, positive people. And, I love this time because God has given us the assignment. And I don't know your assignment. And, most of the time I always like to discuss these things because I will tell you that some guys are assigned to bring people down. Some pastors and bishops and leaders are there to gossip and lie on other people. Some members in the church are there to tear the church down. What is your assignment? My assignment, and will continue to be my assignment, is to build you up. It's to continue to do what God has called me to do. And I want to thank all those who are following, those who will follow me. Again, I'm your humble servant, Reverend Jarvis Specimen, and I always be who I am and don't want to be nobody else but who I am. And I want to encourage you, by the special grace of God, the Community Engagement Global Mission Incorporated, actually going to that level of encouraging people when it comes to human rights. We are coming up with our launching program in August, and we hope to have letter that's going up already. And for people who all over the country who supposed to be coming to grace this occasion, we have a very prestigious institution within this Community Engagement Global Mission. And there are a lot of things that God could be telling me A lot of things that I meditated upon, that believing God to push forward and believe God to change people's life. So it's not about how many person listen to God to God's word. It's not about how many person come to listening to, well, another person talking about their profile. It's about me, and it's about you who have the assignment. Look, man, I can be so encouraged when I wake up in the morning and see that I was in the field talking to somebody who is making legacy. I spoke to the CEO of our Trenton, actually kitchen, right? Full kitchen, right? Great woman of God, says Joyce, very receptive. And those are positive people, making sure that food is on the table for somebody who could be on the street finding themselves probably in something that they never thought they would be. What is your assignment? And with the street friend, wonderful institution, the Master Street Friend, feeling people in Trenton, New Jersey, and all over the place, giving back to their society. Positive people. And that's what this whole thing is going to be about. It's not just about, well, okay, because you can preach, or because you're a bigger guy who have wrote a lot of books, or because it's about the people that are taking step about what they're doing. And we're going to be bringing people here and talking to people who making, like you say, the same way we've been doing. The sort of turning into the bigger thing. And we're going to be having a time 2 times in the month where we're going to allow positive people, the people who want to make contributions, to call to make their contribution by prayer, contribution by financial, whatever you can do, make a change in your society. With the training going on Saturday, stay all the same. We are not talking about it because it's already finished. It means people who are in it, fine. If you find yourself there, thank God for that. You see, we have come to the place where whether it was 1 or 2, 3, 10, 15 person who have decided, the reason why we are not motivating people, the reason why we are not forcing people into something now, that is one thing that I want us to do even in our ministries. You see, because not all the people you see on Facebook could be real people. One. So Facebook is not our target. Right now, the community engagement, the life empowerment network, we are up there in different language. We're trying to fellowship with others. We are making ourselves presence in our communities, because that is not about Facebook. Facebook is open. We send up all our informations, our promos, and talk about things that is really affecting our communities. How can we drive ourselves? How can we motivate people? Dr. Speak, Reverend Sarah, or Reed, all the other guys who want to say welcome. And this is all about the kingdom. So my assignment, actually, if you look at the Bible, declared in Psalm 139. If you look at John chapter 14, 1 to 30. If you also look at 2 Peter, we're going to be looking at these verses. But let us begin to understand my assignment. And I always tell people, go back and see my profile. I'm not talking about profile that I write, because people write profile based on the fact that they want to attract people. And other people write, a lot of good people write books, but they are not applying what they write. My book coming up, I can sit here because technology is very advanced now. So it's not interesting to just do it. My concern and our concern should be, what is motivating you that you are not taking action? Or are you taking action based on the fact that you want to get rich, other the poor people, or probably are you taking action based upon the fact that you really have the passion to do what God has called you to do. And that's what nothing drives me to anything else than the passion I have to change our society. And I want to say, even as we build our board up, I'm not going to say this here much because I know that we are talking about something that, well, the board of the community engagement, we looking at constructive people who contribute whatever they feel necessary in their own way. We're talking about people who want to see the change for what we're doing. So there are a lot of things. You have to build relationship with your partners, build relationship with your donors, people who want to be attracted to what we're doing. If you go back and see from 3 years ago, the community engagement have been up here, encouraging, see everything that we've been doing. We have not asked you for it done. So if we can reach to this level, we are not boasting about it. We know that God have already sent sponsors. We see that a lot of people who individually want to help. And before we talk about, we have to build a relationship. The different organizations, those doesn't just come up and start getting grant, but it is based on your strategic plan and how you're going to reach out to your community that will attract, beside donors and a lot of philanthropics up there. We believe that when they look at the job, the work, the volunteering job, I think there will be some appreciation. And I can say that there are better days ahead for you because of the assignment. And there are a lot of things that involve when it comes to changing people's life. Back home, the Children Assistance Rescue Mission, want to believe God for bigger opportunity. Thank God for Sherman. He doing with his institution back there. Well, thank God, and we pray that God continue to give all of us the strength, the grace. Brother Chenikin and all of us, Brother Dexter, who is moving with everything, and we all in this together. Sis Rhea, Sis Janet, from the United States Institute of Diplomacy and Human Rights, all the different organizations. Thank you for what you do. I believe, and will continue to believe, in the power of collaboration. Never would I say, Dr. Speak, I don't want to collaborate with you, or this or XYZ. Why? Because with all collaboration, probably we can get to where we actually are today. We couldn't get to where we are today. I think it was because of you guys. It was because of your, coming together with the strength we have, and we coming up with this big awareness with this disability, making the church disability friendly conference is going to be in person on Saturday here in August on the 16th. So I think the ability to change society depends on how you feel about yourself and how you're motivated to change people's life. Next week, matter of fact, part of my assignment to build institutions, help people to buttress their effort, and to see how we can all work together to make a change in our society. I've planned and organized things. I've been building up some things here, connecting people to people, community to community, with the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Today and next week, we're going to be launching out the pantry and the shield of care here in Trenton, New Jersey. That's not by power, not by might. I think the level of understanding how can we collaborate and open up, I think it was very good relationship with Brother Abraham, who is the pastor of the church. He was very much open up and giving me the opportunity to see the expertise that I have and to do what I was doing voluntarily as a consultant. And as part of what he's doing here, I think I appreciate, and I think if we can go in that direction, and I tell people up there, look, man, your assignment is great. It is you, not me. So if I tell you, look, you got to talk to me. If you want me to have some time with you, uh, have one. It has nothing to do with in person. I don't have to be in your house. I don't have to come to you in London or wherever you are before you can talk. Thank God for technology. So, well, I talked to some of the guys, and all you need to do, make an appointment, let's talk about this thing. Send in some good money, and let me start to do some consultancy for you. And that's what the community engagement is all about, to help each other to where you think you can go. And then we build each other up to connect. It's not an easy stuff. You can't just come in and get. I'm not looking at, oh, we got to get them tomorrow, getting great. So no, I have to develop strategies, business, and something that will empower the organization, and then we'll be able to stretch out there to pay our volunteers to be able to do something. We don't have to wait for other donors. If they don't come, well, we see back home in our country. Okay, there are a lot of other things we can do in order to get things going. There are a lot of things that we can do. So again, I want to encourage those of us who probably believe in me. If you don't even believe in me, I believe in myself, and I want to believe God for you. I want to say that you got to take the next step, and we can all make a big difference in our society. This is about collaboration, and I very much pleased about what's going on right now. Not to take any side of anything that in the events of our establishing or whatever God wants us to do here in Trenton, New Jersey, and in part of New Jersey, and going to different places and making our voices heard, attending workshops and training, and making it very possible. So I think, in my opinion, as I conclude, I'll talk about the assignment. What God have told me to do is, Jarvis, as long as you're alive, I called you to do what I called you to do. And with all due respect, I do respect all my fellow brothers and sisters, all those who are in ministry, those who see me to be not just their pastor. I'm just a common guy. But again, I I humble myself because I believe that is one of the things that, well, many of us, if not all of us, men and women of God, that don't care about. If you look at Ephesians chapter 4, verse 11, it says, and he gave the apostles, the prophets, evangelists, prophets, and teacher to equip the same for the work of the ministry, the assignment. So looking at our assignment, I think that my assignment, if you look at 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 20 to 21, it say, knowing this first of all, that no prophecy of scripture come from someone's own interpretation. For no prophecy was ever produced by the word of man, but men spoke from God as they were carried along by the Holy Spirit. And when we talk about the assignment, I always tell God, Lord, I don't want to prophesy something that you didn't say to me. That should not be the case in understanding why God have called me. So, well, I have prophesied when there was time for me to prophesy. I have said some things. I can remember the beginning, there was an event where a lady who was going through certain thing, and she held on to me that night. It was powerful, and something came out of that meeting. In Liberia, there was another woman I can remember right there in Oro, and it was on that evening, that Bible study evening. She had not seen herself for many years, and it was just that oil that I gave her after Wednesday Bible studies. She went home, and she was looking for me all over the place after that meeting. It was not me. Now, what am I saying this? God have called us into the ministry, despite the fact that you might be in a different, you might be the prophet, You might be an evangelist. And if your assignment is so big for you, ask God to give you wisdom. If you feel that, well, maybe, God wants to use you and you are stay small, or sometimes you limit yourself and say, well, God, I stay small. I cannot speak. But again, prophecy is being given from God. It should be given from God through men by the Holy Spirit. So if any prophecy, and like I said, I don't know the guy, whether he understands his assignment. I was on the social media today. With all due respect, I respect myself. I'm a man with integrity. And I say it because I'm not breathing my tongue on that. There will be no woman on this planet, on this social media, to tell me of anything that has to do with something that I didn't do, even before I came to America. I'm a perfect guy? No. You see me, I love to have good sex and everything that has to do with life. But listen to me. I am a man with integrity that believe in my assignment. So what happens is that when you, like, I was talking to a little girl today who was calling me, how to call him, uh, uh, honey, and sweetie and all that, when you're chatting on Facebook. So I told her, I said, you can be my daughter. I don't think that name is good for me. Call me daddy. I would like that. You don't have to shut them up because they have their choice. They make choices, and you don't have to make them to feel that, well, they are nobody. And we got to big guys. I got good, mature, and able women. So I don't have to, if I want to go and have some time with them, between me and God, and then I don't think that I has to be looking for a little girl. My assignment. So the problem, when I was looking back and saw this guy on Facebook and listening to all men of God who I understand why God have called you, go back and see where that comes from. Respect your integrity. Guide yourself. The question I ask myself sometimes: had I been so hasty with this person who initially, when I came to the state, what would I be this time? What would have happened this time? Or have I been hasty to make decision on some of the things here? Not because I'm perfect, no. I have to continue to be, fire from some things that are not supposed to be close to. Not because I'm perfect, no. I will tell you I'm human. But there's a way we are living in the world that is so devised. Everybody trying to trap people off on the assignment. So your assignment, while you are fighting to bring yourself up to a level, somebody is fighting to bring you down. So in order for you, I was watching a guy from Nigeria, and then I had some reflection back home when I had this situation with my family. And for many years, I was in an abuse situation. But I did not look at that situation to count on that situation and make choices to satisfy my fleshly desire. Not because I was perfect. No. If I made any choice at the time, that choice was better because that person or whoever would have never come on Facebook, would have never even talked about anything because they know the person they were dealing with. So what am I saying this? There are things that we do in life. We are human beings. Our assignment, the people we meet with, the people we speak to, the people we talk, some of the things we talk, talk some protective thing. I've talked some, romantic things. But I'm talking with people who I think I can confide in. You think I'm so perfect to the place. And I was looking at some guys who don't understand when they come to the assignment. And they say, oh, they are all righteous guy. Probably they are bishop and leaders. But what they're doing now, it's not about the sin. It's about ignorance. Wrong. It is not about me having my wife and under my wife. Then everything that I may have not seen. That is not the case. You might be on assignment. You might be very perfect with your wife and doing everything together. And the next person might not be. Maybe he was not lucky, or maybe he was not blessed, or he was not fortunate, or she was not fortunate to have a good partner. Now, does that mean that you are better than that person, or you are more righteous? No, righteousness is not just about maybe keeping yourself or making yourself to be, well, the guy who's so close to one woman. That is not the only thing. The problem about the assignment, the problem about some of the things, and we need to open these things because people think, and that's where the deceit comes from, and people are not mindful of their callings. Everything matters. If you deceive people as a pastor, bishop, or whatever position, imams, or whatever position you find yourself, community leaders, you have done something to kill somebody. It's sin. When you take a job from a woman's husband who was the breadwinner for their family, and that woman has the only choice because of a weakness, and the choice she made to go out there in order because the husband who's supposed to bring have failed because somebody have taken job from him. Well, you would take the job, you might be in the church, deacon, bishop, or anything, or fail to give job to this person. But you are talking about this guy, but you're not able to help him. And then his wife have found herself into the hands of another young guy who working to give us some cash, or somebody who has some good money. But you deny this guy, and his wife now have gone out to fish because she was not able to bear it. You destroy that marriage, but you say you are a good Christian. Your assignment. So what is your assignment? Probably maybe you have opportunity to share with people, to equip people, to connect people to other people so that they can have job or be blessed. But you fail to do it because maybe if I fail to do it, maybe the person is not coming to my life, or the person is, I don't know them, but I have opportunity to stretch my hands to them to say, oh, I may not have the money. But I fail to do it because I'm jealous and envious of them. Then the question is, are you sinning? Are you not wrong? Are you right? Are you on the track on your assignment? It is that assignment that God gave you. Probably because, you go to meetings as pastors and leaders. Your assignment, which God has given you, is to protect. So if you people, we're talking about some things that goes on in the big church. Right now, there's a cross in one of the big church in the world. I don't have to call that name here again. Initially, 100 congregations split from that church. It said what? It said the assignment of that person. But if you go back to see what happens to that person, well, what are the track records about helping people? What are the track records about setting up other people in order for them not to succeed? But yet, they claim to be righteous. You claim to be the most, eloquent or whatever guys in the world. So, our living assignment, like I am a pastor, I believe, I came across some guys. I believe in collaboration. I believe in empowerment. So, I don't believe in jealousy. I don't believe in envy. I don't envy people. I don't like that. Anyone that is envious, by the time I notice, by the time I know that you're someone who suppressed the other person, we can still talk Probably, but forget it. I'm gone. If I connected to people, because you see, my assignment is greater than anything else. That's why if you go back and see the relationship I was in, and I tell people that I said I don't have to talk about these things because I put it behind. I want you to understand that there are times that people will not want you to reach your destiny. On the assignment that God has given you, do it. Don't worry about how many person that will listen to you. Don't worry about that. You see, the reason why we are sidetracked, today I'm celebrating with the Redeemed Christian Church to launch this pantry, building up a relationship and try to supervise them to make sure that they take care of it in the future. So they build up the church and help our communities. My assignment, I could help you. I'm an open guy, and I'm not here to undermine people. I go to your church and I see, sometimes I say to the back, I have my big ministry that I'm thinking about. A faith evangelistic for gospel praise ministries, children assistant rescue mission library. All these things have to grow. If I live in this earth and God called me home, I want to leave a legacy. So why would I be fighting or going to somebody's place to be wasting my time? I'm not going to waste my time on this planet. While fighting for little turkeys. I can call it turkeys. Little penance. Forget about the dream that God gave me. Why would you be fighting people? Instead of you asking God for wisdom in order for you to excel. What are you fighting people? No, you don't need to fight. And I always tell people, when you see people fighting in an organization, envious, don't stay there. Why? Because you're not going to grow. Like I tell people, I say, the reason why I'm actually in ministry, nobody can fight in my ministry, because by the time I notice in the community engagement and everything I'm doing, I go back and see, sometimes I would just play low about you when you're talking now. I'm feeling with you, cut you off. Why? Because I don't want no strife within the thing I'm building up. Because you see, the beginning, the foundation is very important. So with the community engagement, with the assignment God gave me, I'm looking for loving. I got Daddy Speaker. I got says Cheryl. I got a lot of people. I got people around here. But God is going to do it. God is bringing in love. I can see. Love is not just to say it, to talk. There will be actions. And so we're going to see some of the actions within these 2 months. And it is not about my vision. It's about your actions. And so I want to thank God for this opportunity that I always have to share my part of the assignment. So again, the out of the assignment is not just limited to people coming in out to speak. It's a motivation time to encourage people to collaborate with each other and never to die. In fact, in the next, I think it's going to be launched within this time. I think in July, our live probably is going to turn into our radio online program, and the online TV. All this is going to be coming up together because God is taking us to that level. I think Liberia, our country, and what we want to do, connecting ourselves, is going to help. All needs money. People will not want to help you because they feel, well, this guy got some money. And the reason why many kill their own vision or vision dies is because when people see you doing something, they think that you got everything. So even if you ask them for something, they say, oh, the guy got everything, or this lady got everything. Don't mind it. Don't worry about that. Okay? Go ahead and do what God has called you to do. It could be your brother, it could be your sister, it could be your relative, whoever. Continue to focus. Do whatever God has called you to do on the assignment. Because there are people who will come your way to come inspire. There are people who will be looking at you on Facebook. They will see you every day, but they'll pretend like they didn't see you. They will think that you are failing, and you don't have to tell people everything that you're doing. Go ahead and do what God wants you to do. Sometime like these few weeks, we've been on a 3. Actually, this is last week on the 3 a.m. Wednesday morning. Not that we've been isolated or probably not come on Facebook, because there is time in your midnight hours. There are some things that you're asking God to do. That is your personal thing. And there are people too also on Facebook. They know you. You guys grew up together. Some of the guys actually they don't even like church. They don't even, for small, their whole life. So they don't even want to see the place or the things of God grows. So they criticize, they bring us stories that they don't know about. The fake little scripture and put it on Facebook to prove that, well, this preacher is saying something contradictory. Only because their life from time to time is just about wake up in the morning and go to work. They don't appreciate God. They don't show that they are, whether they are Muslim or Christian, in between. From the time to time. And that, some of the guys, I would tell you, it's because of the foundation. And we talk about destroying evil foundation. And we preach about leaving your father's house. There are people that from their forefathers, they were between Christian and Muslim. They didn't declare anything. So they don't go to church, they don't go to the mosque. They're just between. And then, so that foundation make them not just to be slothful or probably to feel, they don't belong anywhere because of the foundation. So the only way those foundations can be broken, if you know your assignment, is you got to walk from your father's house, from your father's ways, from the covenant that your father signed. And that covenant that he signs, it is a covenant that is troubling you, that every time you try to push yourself to go to church, to find a Bible-believing church, to pray and to believe in God, it makes you to be weak. And until you're getting old now, you stay the same. So it's going to follow, if you're not careful, that anybody that listen to the sound of my voice, you're going to follow your grandchildren, your children, if they don't encounter God. So I want to encourage you, because if the word would not be won to Christ, or to understand that we are built to change the word, then of course the word will change us. That's what happened to some churches, some denominations. And in my conclusion, if you are on the assignment as a bishop, as a CEO or founder of your ministry, be watchful for board members. If you want to align your vision in the word of God, be careful for some board members who are not in the interest of promoting the gospel of Jesus Christ, and also making the people up wherever they are be connected to God and be part of a community that will have to be having a positive mind to change the next future of their people. That's who we are. And I'll tell you, I always lie, because it's exciting for me, because I understand myself. I understand where I'm going. I understand who I am. That should be the bottom line. Even if people didn't attend your life, even if people don't come to whatever you're doing, it shouldn't bother you, because you understand your assignment. Your assignment is to do what God called you to do. What are you troubled by people not actually validating you? I don't want to be validated by men. If men did not, I'm going to be honoring great people on the 15th. We're going to be honoring people who are doing great. Why? We don't care about what the thing, well, whether they want to be a blessing to us. But we must recognize the job they're doing in Trenton, in America, in Liberia, in part of the world. Why? Because they are still living. There are people that are giving back to their society. There are people that are putting mechanisms together to make sure the community don't go to bed hungry. Those people deserve to be honored. Their organization, the Mercy Street Friend. You can hear the name. They go back on the street. They don't care about. They gave back to the society, because people that you see on the street, you think that they went there because they want to go there, but you don't know what's going on. It is part of our assignment. Pretty soon you're going to see our stickers on our car, community engagement, Global Mission Incorporated. You're going to see the stickers of the Shiloh Care. You're going to see it, and because of the assignment, I want to thank you. Those of us who will be coming to the program. We have our sealed ready by that time, and we know that by the special grace of God, God is faithful, and God is able to bring the sponsors, whatever we have believing God for, the t-shirts, probably for the program next week. We will have t-shirt for our pantry here, but I'm talking about the t-shirt for the community engagement formal launching and the conference coming up in August. And I will thank God for giving us the insight. It's a publicity. It's about selling ourselves, not just selling ourselves, but doing something that makes the world to understand that we are responsible to make change in our society, in our family as well. And tomorrow I'm going to be talking about that on the community engagement at 12:30. Let us begin to put ourselves in a place where we belong. In no way, even in my own family, I tell people, look, we don't need to fight. I'd rather walk away from things that will keep me in the wilderness, or keep breaking or something. And if anyone that I'm connected to, getting married to tomorrow, kissing and doing everything, enjoying ourselves. But when you come to the place where you don't want me in your life again, thank God for that. We don't pray for that, but we think that we don't need to fight. If we walk away from relationship with peace, not because, this person hit us or we hit them, because we want to fulfill our assignment. And my last word to all of us, those of us who are on the assignment, if you truly on the assignment, two things happens to us. When you go back to understand God's will for you and know that that will cannot be fulfilled except you take the step towards God. And I always tell people, well, no matter who you are, you can be the bigger guy and, trying to suppress the other guys because you feel that you have arrived. Remember that you have arrived, but you're not having the authority to do that. So the community engagement, everything we do, we have a right and responsibilities. We're going to be talking more about that tomorrow. And I want to encourage you, my friends, and those of us who believe in me. I believe in you also. I believe that, God did not put us together for just to come together. There's some reason. Maybe some of you guys, right among you guys, could be my wife. I don't know. But by the special grace of God. And God is so faithful that he has given us a mind to think about the next generation. So for future preservation, in other words, to preserve the future, to make things happen for the children and children to come, we must start it now. It's not just about, okay, tomorrow we're going to meet that time. Most of the guys will say, oh, my man, next year, yeah, we'll be meeting. And I used to be talking about that. Unless at one time we meet over there. Oh yeah, we're meeting. I can remember we meet tomorrow. But that tomorrow have not come. And some of them go on the ground. And I don't want to call the name, but one of the guys will always say, I mean, one day I'm going to go to Basel community. One day I'm going to go to Basel community. I will show those guys something. And I told the guy, I said, for me, I believe in action now. I could be called tomorrow and I could be going to be with my Lord. So I'm taking action now so that the legacy will be there. The blueprint will be there to say, oh yeah, Jarvis started this stuff because this is what he saw. Even if the other generation or the other leaders will come against it and deny the fact that it is wrong. Don't mind them. Don't think, oh, okay, let me join them because all gotta eat the money. Be mindful. The same people that you are joining will cause you to lose your God-given assignment. So when you see something, say something, yes, make sure that that thing is weird, what you're saying, against the fact that probably somebody is not treating the other person's right, or a group of people is going wrong because, well, the feel that they have supremacy, they are so great, they have everything, so they marginalize the other person. Speak about it. Even if they didn't hear you, write a book about it. Let it be a legacy. Oh, yes. The group of people, I can remember the community engagement global mission was established by this guy. And, they used to say this stuff here. This guy used to bring us some stuff, especially with this. The Life Empowerment Network used to say this. This guy used to talk about the Christian church that is not together because they don't understand their assignment. But today we can see the chaos in the church. We can see that our society now is chaotic. The church is no longer holding on to the community because the church itself are getting involved. So again, I want to encourage you. Let me give you my last word tonight. And it's coming from the book of Psalm chapter 139. It says, listen to this. Verse 15, it says, my frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the deep of the earth. Your eyes saw mine unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. How precious to me are your thoughts. God, how vast is the sum of them. Were I to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I awoke, I am stilled with you. If only you, God, would stay or slay the wicked away from me, you who I a God of vengeance. No. Your adversary is against me. Fight for me. Do I not hate those who hate you, Lord? So, David is a very great guy. I love it. Some of the things that he says. You just listen to him and be getting jealous of. He said that in Psalm 73, he got jealous of the prosperity of the wicked because they were so wicked. And I want to encourage you tonight. Don't get jealous of the wicked guys. Pray for them. They might be good guys. Don't destroy the life of that woman who have decided to be something than what God made her to be, or that man. They could turn out to be good people. But let us not agree with what they're saying because it's against, it's not in line with what God says. It's not the foundation of the plan of God. That's the bottom line. Your assignment on earth, you could be in the House of Representatives, you could be one of the senators. God have called you to change your society. And I want to say thank you to all of us, those of us who are watching, those of us who have the understanding of how God is shifting the next generation. We want to be part of it. We are fighting to do the best we can, helping people to be able to step up for what they are doing. No matter what the enemy says, God is faithful. And when you miss a track, somebody will tell you where you're wrong. But don't bother, look at your heart, because it is the heart that God sees. If anything will cause you not to do whatever God have called you to do, cut it off. Because that thing will not be the one to serve, to go and answer the question for you. And I'm not saying to leave your wife or your husband because, well, they only told you they were not going to church today. No, I'm telling you, if that thing would be a hindrance to you fulfilling your dream, avoid it because it's not going to help you. So I want to thank you and God bless you. Have a good night. Don't forget to pray tonight. Don't forget to remember somebody in your prayer. I thank God for you. And I hope that we can work together. But I hope that you can keep the covenant that we all signed when we met God at the throne of grace. And say, God, I'm going to work for you. I hope you keep the covenant with your relationship and not to treat the other person like, well, you don't know that you are responsible for what you did. And I pray for you that even if you have left, your husband left you or your wife left you, you still have another chance to go forward your life. Life is still ahead of you. Correct your mistakes and go ahead and let God be God. God bless you.